Planet Dolan.
From mysterious bedroom intruders to grandmas hiding under the bed, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about creepy things kids have said. I'm Doopie, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by Avenger. A few years ago, Pringle's 5-year-old brother started crying loud enough to wake his whole family. Pringle and his father ran to his room, and after managing to calm him down, he asked what happened. Pringle's brother told him, "The big man said he would take me." His father asked who the big man was, and the child said the big man rushed downstairs before they entered the room. Pringle and his family hid in a safe room while they waited for police to arrive and search the property. They found the back door wide open and footsteps heading into the woods, even though they had locked all the doors that night. Number 9 was submitted by Cape Crusade. Slapped Ham was once training to be a lifeguard at a swimming pool. Can you imagine his stubby little legs swimming in a pool? He's so big. He was in the changing rooms after a practical part of the lesson and was getting ready for a theory test when a little kid started singing in the showers. It wasn't like the latest pop song or anything, oh no. He was singing, "I want to kill my brother, I want to kill my sister, I want to kill my mother, I want to kill my father, I want to kill everyone." Luckily, there were no murders reported at the pool that week. Number 8 was submitted by The-Baum. When Animation was 12, she was hanging out with her buddy Honeybits by an open fire. Animation's 4-year-old brother wandered outside to join them and sat with Honeybits, giving her a big hug when he suddenly closed his eyes and whispered into her ear, "If you close your eyes, he can't see you." Nobody knows who he was talking about. Number 7 was submitted by Little Orchid 19. When Gooby was 7 years old, she visited her friend Emoji's house. While they were watching TV, Emoji's 3-year-old brother came upstairs and said to them, "Is the man in the coat really going to burn the house?" Emoji asked who that was, but her brother just said the man in the coat. As soon as she took out her phone to call the police, Gooby smelt something burning. They both ran downstairs to find the whole kitchen on fire. When the fire brigade arrived, the child told them, "I'm going to join his cult one day and burn kitchens too." Number 6 was submitted by Bambie. Last summer, Ladybot went to visit her young cousins, and one night she stayed up pretty late with one particular cousin who was 2 years old. At around 11 p.m., he sat up in his bed and he looked like he was talking to someone or something, but she couldn't see anything, so she told him to lie back down and go back to sleep. He looked at her and then looked at whatever he was talking to and then said, "No, don't touch her." He then looked back at Ladybot, laid down, and went to sleep. Needless to say, Ladybot didn't sleep at all that night. Number 5 was submitted by Awakening 337. Pandora was cooking dinner once while she was babysitting a friend's kid. She opened the drawer to grab a fork and the child asked her, "Do you have knives in that drawer?" She told him yes, but not to touch them because they're very dangerous. He smiled and said, "That's good to know." After dinner, he was playing with some toy food and picked up a plastic knife. He ran over to Pandora and whispered in her ear, "I want a real knife." She told him no, so he looked her dead in the eye and said, "You better give me that real knife." She called his parents to tell them he wasn't feeling well and they came and picked him up. That was the last time she ever babysat. Number 4 was submitted by Linares. One day, when Hellbent was looking after his cousins, one child ran up to him and told him there was a monster under the bed. He shrugged it off as most kids think there's a monster under his bed. After an hour, the kid came back looking even more terrified. He said, "The monster is big, black, and scary. It was shaped like a snake, and it would penetrate anything until all of their fluids came out of their body." At this point, he was pretty alarmed by how much detail the child went into and decided to take a look. When there was nothing there, he turned around and the boy had a knife. He told Hellbent, "Don't move. The monster wants his meal." Number 3 was submitted by NICsSpirit. Melissa's little sister was having a birthday party once with a bunch of her friends. They asked Melissa if they could see her pet hamster. As she picked her hamster up out of its cage, one of them said, "Can the man hold her too?" Melissa's parents were out, so she asked her, "What man?" The girl replied, "The man waiting on the sofa." She immediately went to see if her parents had returned, but the whole house was empty. Number 2 was submitted by S. Simons89. Dolan's brother once offered to babysit his nephew. It was a few hours before his nephew's bedtime, and they were in the bedroom chatting and being silly. He eventually got to talking about how he doesn't want to go to bed. When Dolan's brother asked him why, he said, "Grandma, under the bed, she'd go like this." He motioned his hand, violently tugging on his hair. His grandma did not live there, but was notoriously mentally unstable. So when I was little, I used to tell my mom things like, "Mommy, when I was in heaven, I chose you to be my mom, and I chose Daddy to be my dad. I used to watch you guys in high school before you knew each other." And this used to freak my mom out a lot. In addition to that, I used to say things like, "My other mommy used to make this for me," or "My other sister used to do things like this." It used to freak my family out pretty badly. I don't remember it, but they do. I think I was just a really weird kid. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the most epic prank you or your siblings have pulled on each other? Let us know in the Reddit page link below, and you might be featured in a future countdown. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.
He freaked out but kept opening and closing his eyes. The hand reached the side of his bed and kept coming even when his eyes were open. Dolan screamed loudly and the arm curled back into the closet. He spent the rest of the night sleeping in the bathroom.